Hey guys, this is BladeWolf88 here, bringing you, well, just pure perfection really. What I'm about to show you is the most amazing opening to a game ever. This is Soul Blade, the original Soul Calibur. But I'm not going to say any more right now, I'm just going to sit nice and quietly and let you guys enjoy this amazingness.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of soul and swords, eternally retold.
And there you have it. Wasn't that just awesome? It's just so good. So good. Welcome to Soul Blade. This is going to be part of my series covering a lot of the games from when I was a kid and games that I really enjoyed and really got into. You may recognize some of the characters already from the Soul Calibur series, which started off, I think, on the GameCube and progressed through onto the Xbox 360, and so on. You'll notice characters like, it still has Siegfried, Seong Mina, Voldo, Cervantes, Taki, Sophitia, and Mitsurugi. All characters that you'd probably recognize from there, but there's a couple here you wouldn't, such as Li Long, who was like a... what's his name? Like a Bruce Lee kind of guy. You had Huang, who was just a weird martial artist, and Rock, who was just an absolute badass. This game meant a hell of a lot to me as a kid. It was one of the first fighting games I picked up after Tekken, and it actually has proper full 8-way run. But I'm going to jump right in and just show you a bit of what it's about, because this game is absolutely fantastic, because it has some really unique little characteristics that make it very different. Such as, for example, you have your weapon gauge and your health gauge. The weapon gauge is basically how often you can block. Different characters have different speeds, as with any game, but as you notice, the damage is considerably higher. But the thing is, as you notice where she's blocking there, oh wow, where she's blocking is damaging her weapon, and if you block too much, it will actually break the weapon, and then all you can do is punch. So it makes it a lot tougher and a lot more difficult to win, and just instead of just relying on blocking until there's an opening, you have to keep moving, keep active, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. But as you can see, I mean, you've got your slower characters, your fast characters, and obviously the damage is linked to that, so you may be slower, but you hit like a truck. Hit like that.
The grueling battle ends.
But the other good thing about this game that I loved was that there are certain cutscenes in the game, like we know when you get to the final cutscene when you beat the boss, you can actually influence how the cutscene progresses, and you can actually change the outcome. So, with one character, for example, you can choose to press left or right at a certain point to try and dodge a bullet that's being fired at you, which was something I'd never seen in a game before. Like, interactive cutscenes were just something completely unheard of at the time, and considering how old this game is, the graphics really aren't bad, and the gameplay flows really well, and it runs really, really easily. It's very unforgiving though. It's a very unforgiving game, which is what I really enjoyed about it, because you couldn't complete it quickly. Like, you bought this game and you certainly got your money's worth out of it. You know, you really did earn it at the time. So, as you can see, I'm slowly beating her down here. She's blocking with her shield. See if I can get her to break it. Oh, no, guess not. You can do, obviously, as with any fighting game, you have your high, lows, kicks, horizontals, and verticals. Go on, block. I need you to block. Ah, I killed her just before it broke, but she was about to lose her weapon. It would have broken. But one of the other big things that I really like about this game mode, about this game, should I say, which I'll now show you now. We'll ignore the crazy purple guy. We'll go back to the main menu here. Is there is a mode called... Where is it? There it is. Edge Master Mode. Edge Master Mode is a fantastic game mode where you pick a character. So, like Cervantes, you can pick it on. I started doing a little bit with this guy just to show you sort of what's involved. And this is their proper story mode, rather than just a standard arcade mode. Basically, you start off in different areas. You start off at a certain place, and each of these places will have a quest for you. And you do the quest, and you have the chance of unlocking an item. But each area has a different attribute attached to it. And you'd read that by reading the book. The book tells you, A, about the place you're fighting in, so in this case it's the desert, and tells the story of how you're getting attacked. And then it'll also tell you who you're fighting against, and whether there are any characteristics that you have to be aware of, because different fight modes can occur in this game. So this one is, I have to beat all of them without losing once. So I've got to beat him twice and his friends. And there you just witnessed a perfect guard break. I just got my ass absolutely handed to me. Perfect. See, and now I've lost. That's what I love about this game, is it adds a whole new, really sort of hard aspect to it, where you have to really think on your feet. But as I say, you do unlock weapons as you go through. So this is quite a strong defensive weapon. I might try out using this one for the fight to see if it'll save me some health. But different weapons give you different attributes. Some will increase your defense, some will increase your attack, some will mean that when you hit, you take damage yourself, but it means you hit harder. You know, there's all these extra little characteristics that affect how the game plays, and that's what I really loved about playing this game. Was it wasn't your just traditional fighter. You notice how I'm taking less damage? It's more defensive. I don't do as much damage. That's the downside, you see. But this is what I loved about this. You never know what you're going to end up against. Come on, stop blocking your twat. There we go. So you have. I'm going to beat him another time, and then his friend twice. And if you notice, my health is only restored ever so slightly. So I have the same health bar. So as you can see, very, very unforgiving. There are grapples in this game, as with most fighting games, which make them a lot of fun, but you can actually ring people out using a grapple, which is kind of cheeky, so I'll see if I can do it here. Like that, I can throw her out the ring, which makes it a lot easier for me to get that quick win in. A bit cheeky, but, you know, that's how it is. I mean, this is a very Japanese-esque game. It's very cheesy, very theatrical, very over-the-top, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. I know I've said that a lot, and I'll probably keep saying it, because I really start to gush when it comes to this game, just because it's so much fun. That you witnessed there was a guard break moment, where basically what happens is I will choose an attack, he will choose an attack, and whichever one is the more powerful will win. So, like, you either press triangle, X, circle, or square, and the computer will generate one in response, and whichever one is the more powerful wins, and it allows you to do a power attack against them. Really can't afford to lose now. There we go, look, she's now lost her weapon, so all she can do is punch. If I lose now, I'm an idiot. You can still block to an extent, but if you notice, she's still taking damage. And she doesn't do anywhere near as much to me as before, so it does limit you there. So you can't just sit back and hope for the best. She was actually starting to kick my ass there for a second. But this is what the game is about, and it's absolutely amazing. It's so much fun, you know. There's so many little extra characteristics that you don't see in a lot of fighting games now. A lot of fighting games just focus on how to win and button combos and everything else, whereas this gives you these extra little criteria that you have to stick to. But as you can see there, we actually won, so we got to take those weapons from them. And we've now unlocked a new area. As you can see, we're now going to head across to Japan. And so this tells a little story and all progresses through. So we then read the book, we go to the next page, it'll tell us about the shrine that's there, and there's a weapon hidden here that we need to find. So it says here we have to knock the monster out of the ring before our power is drained by the Fury Demons. So I'll show you what this looks like. This is one of those rare different sort of criteria changes that is generated on the map. So I've got to get him out of the ring before the Fury Demons kill me. Come on, get the grapple in. Stop ducking you. That's how I do very little damage to him, and my health is very slowly going down. And now he's about to absolutely rinse me. See, this is what I love. This is what Edge Master Mode is all about. These really weird conditions that completely change the way a fight can progress, and I absolutely love that. You know, I'm going to save that, and I'm going to show you one other little section that I think is quite fun, if it will allow me to access it. So let's go and have a look-see. You can go into your weapons room. As you unlock weapons, each character, you see, they all have their own stats, so it's almost like an RPG. As you unlock different weapons with different people. Now, I've got a few for this guy already where we've done a few quests, but see, this one is really good at destroying weapons, so if you really want to get an advantage, and say one of the criteria for one of the matches you have to fight is you need to disarm them. This is how you would do it. You'd look to what weapons you had and do it that way. So it really makes it very, very, very cool and very, very, very enjoyable. Now they had added a whole lot of options. You can change your key configurations, you can change your background music. This game is absolutely amazing to me. You know, I absolutely adore it, and I continued playing through the Soul Calibur series, even when they changed the name from Soul Blade to Soul Calibur. I played this with my friends all the time, literally, and even around my house would always consist of we'd dig out Soul Blade and kick each other to death, and just, excuse me, sorry, we'd just have loads of fun with it. That's what really made this game a lot of fun to me, and has a lot of memories for me as well. But that's enough of me gushing about the game. I hope you've enjoyed this little snippet and step into something a little bit different. I will be covering a lot more games, both on the PS1 and on the PS2, that I have a lot of memories associated with, you know, whether it's gaming with my friends or working through Edge Master Mode and getting stuck on one particular guy for fucking 4 hours, not being able to beat him and nearly throwing the game out the window in a strop. But that totally never happened. I'd never do something like that. But that's what I'm going to be doing now for a little while, is just showing off some of the older games that I grew up with, that I really enjoyed. And if you've got games that you loved to play as a kid that you want me to play or you'd like me to have a look at, chuck it in the description below or in the comments. I keep saying description because I'm an absolute moron, but you know what I mean by now. You've been here long enough to suss this out. So chuck it down in the comments or chuck me a private message. You know, I've been seeing that a couple of people have made a few recommendations already, so I'll be checking those out, and I really thank you for that. But I'm going to leave this episode where it is. I hope you've enjoyed this little step into my past, if you will, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks very much.